Today I finally got my hands on what some people are calling the best third-party controller for the Nintendo Switch, and the controller I'm talking about is the Enhanced Wireless Controller by PowerA. Some people are actually using this as their main controller. This bad boy is actually licensed by Nintendo, and it actually has a special feature that the original Pro Controller does not have. So today I figured we go over the pros and cons of this controller and actually find out if it's actually worth you picking up. Hey guys, Maybe20 back again, and this is a closer look at the Enhanced Wireless Controller by PowerA. This is the Zelda one. There is 3 different models. There's a plain all black one, there is a Super Mario one that is black and red, and then you have the Zelda one, which I'm showing today, which is black and green. I chose the Zelda one because I just think it looks cooler. I love the D-pad, how it's gold. As you can see inside, you just get 2 AA batteries, and that's pretty much it, and you get an instruction booklet. So it's pretty simple, but I love the way it looks. As you guys can see, it looks pretty much like a Pro controller, and that's pretty much what they went for here. So let's go ahead and see what this feels like. This feels really good. I'm very impressed. It is a little lightweight, but that is to be expected because there is no rumble feature. Maybe if we put the batteries in, it'll feel a little bit heavier, but I doubt it. It's just going to be light. That's how these normally work. Okay, let's go ahead and put these batteries in and actually fire this up and see how it feels. Now you do know there is 3 buttons on the back of this controller, which is very unique, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, it added a little bit of weight putting the batteries in, but not too much. It's still a very light controller, but look at this controller. Man, it looks really good. I love the way this thing looks. Okay, now about these buttons on the back, as you can see, there's 3. And the way this works is you can actually reprogram these buttons, which makes this controller very unique. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. This center button here, you can actually go ahead and hold it in. And then you can actually reprogram them to any button. So you hold in this button here, and then as you hold it in, there'll be a button that lights up here. Once that lights up, you can pretty much just push any button you want. So you can press the A button, and then you can tap one of these buttons on the back and reprogram any button to the back buttons, which is really, really cool. Very easy to do, and you can do it right in the middle of gameplay. So that's really, really cool. Okay, now to sync this up, you just go to the little syncing menu, and it pretty much syncs up instantly. So it's very, very, very quick. And I'm very impressed on how fast that actually worked. Okay guys, we're going to play some Mario Kart to see how this controller feels during gameplay. Like I said, the controller does have a lot less weight to it, so it's a lot lighter than normal because there's no HD rumble. But there are gyro controls, so we are going to test out the motion of this controller here in a second to see how well that is. But so far it feels pretty good. There is a little bit more travel with the ZR button. I've noticed you got to press it a little bit harder. So that's a little concerning. I don't know how I feel about that. But it seems like it's doing okay for the moment. But yeah, I don't know. The ZR button is giving me a little trouble here. Like I'm pressing it and it's not really wanting to press. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's definitely an issue here and it's really concerning. So, not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with my ZR button. I don't know if I got a faulty controller or what. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and test out the motion here. As you guys can see, you can actually move the controller to actually play. So instead of like steering in Mario Kart, you can use tilt controls, which I normally don't like to do. I just wanted to show it off to show how it works. It actually works really well, surprisingly. I actually didn't think it was going to work as well as it did. And obviously now we're going to test out the D-pad playing Mario Brothers. The way I test out a D-pad is I just try to go to world -1. And as you can see, to do this glitch, let's see how many times it takes me to do this glitch. And I got it on the second try. So yeah, the D-pad input is really, really good. So that's kind of how I test out the D-pad. And it's really good. I'm very impressed. Alright, another thing you can do, you can actually turn on the system with this controller. It's one of the only controllers, third party, they can actually turn on and off the system with, which is really cool. So as you can see, you can go ahead and put the Nintendo Switch in sleep mode, and you can actually wake it up, and it does it extremely fast. So that's really, really cool. Here's a little side-by-side comparison with the the Power A controller and the official Nintendo Switch controller. As you can see, they look pretty identical. I really do love the artwork of the Zelda controller here, so it looks really cool. Well, there you have it, guys. This has been a look at the enhanced wireless controller by Power A. Unfortunately, I had a lot of problems with the ZR button on this controller when I was trying to drift around corners in Mario Kart. Sometimes it just didn't work at all. Sometimes it worked fine, but there definitely is a lot more travel in these buttons than there is on the official Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Everything seemed to work flawless. I even love the D-pad because I think this D-pad is actually a little bit step up of the original Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but unfortunately, like I said, the ZR button just for some reason is completely broken on mine. I could have got a faulty one. I did buy this at Walmart, so it could be a faulty controller. I am definitely going to take this back to Walmart and exchange it for a new one, because as it is right now, I really can't play Mario Kart with this controller because the ZR button is pretty important and you want that to work properly. Leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think of this controller. And if you did get this controller, let me know, are you having the same issues I am with the ZR button? That's pretty much all for right now, guys, and there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again.